Hello guys, so it's another Saturday, another vlog, and today my Ninja is getting its first service done. Yeah, it's been more than a month since I bought this. सर्विस का जो भी लोगों ने टाइमलाइन बताया था, like what service center or what the showroom quoted, 1 month or 1000 kilometer, whichever comes earlier. But since looking at my busy schedule and all, I just managed to clock in 540 kilometers. But it has been more than a month. It has been more than 45 days actually. So it's necessary now to get this bike in the service station for the first service, just to maintain the warranty. And if any problem arises, then the Kawasaki people, I just don't want them to say to me that आपने पहले सर्विस नहीं कराया, फर्स्ट सर्विस आपका बहुत बाद में हुआ वगैरह वगैरह, तो वारंटी नहीं देंगे, बिकॉज दोज काइंड ऑफ केसेस दे डू हैपन. अगर आप पहला सर्विस टाइम पे नहीं कराते हो तो वारंटी वाइड होता है, एंड Kawasaki will not getting their hands dirty in such cases if something arises. So it's necessary now कि पहला सर्विस अभी करा लिया जाए, नो मैटर 1000 किलोमीटर हुए हैं या नहीं हुए हैं. लेट्स सी. सो अगर ब्रेक इन एक्सपीरियंस की बात करें, अगर Kawasaki का मैनुअल देखोगे, सो द वे दैट वी हैव टू ब्रेक इन द बाइक, दे सजेस्ट सम मेथड्स. दे से फॉर इनिशियल 250 or 300 kilometers we have to ride bike within 4000 rpm, the range of rpm, and after 250 kilometers until let's say 600 kilometers or 700 kilometers, we can increase the rpm up to 6000, and after the 600 kilometers until 1000 kilometers we can rip up the bike. That's what the manual says. But there are different methods you can follow to break in your motorcycle. First of all, why the braking is necessary? Do modern bikes still need the break-in period? Do we still need to follow all the guidelines to breaking in the new engine? See, it's not only about the bikes or the cars, it's about every engine which has pistons in it. Let's say if you have a tractor, snowmobile, or a lawnmower for that purpose, anything with the piston, anything with the engine, that engine needs to break in. Why? What's the scientific reason behind it? There are two actually, in my opinion, and from the research what I have done all these years and all. So the two reasons: first, when the engine is made, and it is built freshly, it has lot of shavings, like metal shavings and all, present in the block, in the cylinder head, in the piston block, etc. And the fuel, or let's say the oil that they put in those new engine blocks, that oil, it kind of circulates all those engine shavings, all those metal shavings into the system. Wherever the oil goes, those shavings go, and it is kind of harmful. Okay, so that's why it is mandatory to get your oil changed after certain kilometers, in this case 1000 kilometers, so that all those shavings, all those crap comes out and flushed out nicely. The second reason why it's necessary to break in the engine and get the first service done, the piston and the rings surrounding it. Let's say let's start from the basics. How does any engine makes power? Obviously, the strokes, the combustion, and the pressure, right? When piston goes up, it compresses the air fuel mixture, it blasts off, which pushes the piston downwards or whatever, and your engine makes power. So for that power to be produced effectively, that seal, the seal which those rings make, it needs to be proper. So, and how do that seal is proper? Those rings, the rubber rings, they need to expand, they need to sit properly into their encasings, they need to make contact with the metal, what do you call it, the cylinder. And if that seal is right, the compression is going to be right. If compression is right, then obviously your bike will be making power, more power, let's say. If that compression is not there, your engine is not going to make any power. So to make those rings sit properly, make proper contact and make proper pressure inside the cylinder, it's necessary that those rings expand and your engine is healthy. That happens within the first few kilometers. Let's pause for a while till I fill her up. Power. Yeah, so I'm back after filling her up with the power. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, the compression and the power, right? So when those rings, those rubber rings sit properly between the piston and casings and the cylinder, they make the proper compression happen, and with proper compression you have proper power, right? And that happens between the initial few kilometers after the engine is new and you ran for the first time. And that's why it's necessary to proper you to follow proper guidelines in braking in the engine. So it's not something like a myth or whatever you call it, that you must brake in the engine or what. It's a scientific thing and you have to follow it. But what methods that you follow, those are debatable. For example, let's say Kawasaki manual says, as we discussed earlier, to maintain few or certain number of RPMs between certain number of kilometers, right? And some engineers, let's say automobile engineers or who really make the engines, they say that you don't need to. In fact, you need to ride hard, because these machines, they are made to ride hard, and the piston and all, they are designed to take that kind of a beating. So to make everything runs properly and set up properly, you need to ride hard for first few kilometers, and that's how you break in. So it's all debatable who you listen to, but as we have to maintain the warranty, we have to follow what company says. So yeah, I followed that method, whatever was written in the manual. I just couldn't manage to get my bike to 1000 kilometers. Yeah, so that's it. And on next weekend I'm planning for a longer ride on this one, let's say around 400 kilometers one-sided. So, or 500 kilometers one sided, so total ride would be of 1000 to 1200, or let's say 1500 kilometers. So I need to get this serviced. Come on, man, the traffic and all. ये रास्ता क्यों लिया मैंने? Shit, man. Now I'm stuck. This is what I did not want. To get stuck in the traffic in this heat. It's unbearable, man. In Gujarat, in Ahmedabad, the heat is unbearable. Come on, come on, come on, let me pass. Come on, guys, let me through. Ninja's coming. So yeah, talking about the ride, I don't know how I'm going to manage it, because I'm going to have a pillion with me, and I need to think about the luggage also, because I haven't bought any panniers yet, or the top box or things like that. So I need to take care of those things. It is going to be hard, not for me but for the pillion. Yeah, although the back seat is comfortable or the large enough, but the saddle sore, it is inevitable. No matter how soft the seat is, saddle sore happens. No matter what kind of air seats or gel seats that you use, it's inevitable, and it is going to happen. It's just that it's a new bike, and I need to be, careful enough with the kind of traffic that I'm going to face, the kind of people I'm going to face. I need to figure out the parking everywhere, from the hotel to the house to the spots that I'm going to take her to. So yeah, everything. Although I got her protected with the good PPF and all, but अगर एक स्क्रैच भी आता है बाइक पे तो दिल जलता है. So I need to figure all those things out within a week, and next weekend hopefully we'll be going for a long ride. So yeah, let's see how that goes. I hate signals, man. I hate signals, especially in this heat. Yeah, those people in auto, they waved at me. Apparently everyone loves the bike. Yeah, so in this vlog only I'll be updating all about my experience of first service, as well as the cost that it incurred me. कितने का बिल फटा है देखते हैं. सीधे नीचे. we're here. Okay, so yeah, it's 5:30 in the evening now, and we are done with the first service. So yeah, details about the first service, what they have done, and how much did it cost me. Let's discuss something about that. All right. Yeah, so the most important thing in the first service is the oil change, which they have done, and they have used their own brand Kawasaki Ultra Premium oil. Yeah, after that they have changed the oil filter, they have changed the gasket around it. Those are the only consumables needed. After that, the normal service, what they have done is the tightening of the chain, the cleaning of the chain, lubing. After that, nuts and bolts tightening, the body tightening, the vibration issue, a little bit of vibrations were kicking in. They have solved that. They have adjusted the quick shifter a little bit, so it's smooth but a little bit hard now, and they said that it will be sorted as I ride. So yeah, those are the only things they have done. And now the limiter is also removed. Now the revs go around 7500 rpm. They are still locked. I can remove them from the settings and all. I can make it rev all the way around 13,000 rpm, but that's fine for now. Yeah, so I think I'm set for the longer ride which I'm planning next week, and it should be a comfortable ride. When I'll be using the cruise control a lot, and hope that I can comfortably cruise around 120 140 km per hour, kilometer per hour, and that should be comfortable enough. Of course, I can't do the ride in the peak sunny hours, so I'll have to travel mostly in the night time or in the morning time. Yeah, in both the cases it should be fine, because headlights and all other things are really good in this bike. Like, headlights are really powerful, even the low beams, those are quite powerful, and high beams are next level, so that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, talking about the cost, yeah, it costed me around 10,500 rupees, which is alright, I would say. A bit more, a bit much. But yeah, that's the normal service cost for Kawasaki. Like all services, they are going to cost me around the same, 10,500, and major service which will come, in which I'll have to change the brake pad and all other things, it should cost me around 35 to 40,000. but yeah, it is a long way to go until that service, so let's not worry about that from now. I can see that bike is making much less noise now, like even the engine, the inline 4 symphony sound, it is much calmer now. I might need a new exhaust, man, at least a slip-on. I'm just worried about police, nothing else, because it's like inviting them for regular fines. Yeah. The only thing remaining for the preparation of the ride is saddlebags, or let's say the panniers. Panniers are a bit expensive. The Kawasaki original panniers, which fit this Ninja 1100 SX or the versus 1000 or versus 11,000 now, 1100, sorry. They cost around 1,10,000 with all the fitting accessories and all, so it's a bit much. इतने तो नहीं लेने वाला, 1,10,000 के पैनियर्स, so I might settle for normal saddle bags, and those should serve me just well. Come on, man. Yeah. So in first and second gear, this bike, it can wheelie, it can lift its front wheel up if you're not careful with your throttle. So yeah, I need to be careful now, especially now the RPM limit is gone. Come on, man, let me pass. So yeah, first service done, limiter removed, now all set for longer rides. Let's plan something out, apart from the next week's ride. Let's plan something else also, because I need a vacation desperately, and I might take one actually in next 2 or 3 months, not sure. Let's see how things goes. अभी सर्विस सेंटर में there was one 6R and Z900, both with the arrow exhaust, arrow slip-ons, and without DP killer they sounded too loud. I don't need that loud of the sound because I'm planning to do longer rides, and if the sound is that loud, then I'm definitely going to need earplugs, which I'm not comfortable with, in the helmet also. I need something with the bassier sound and soft, not something कि जो कानों में चुभे, जिससे लोगों को भी परेशानी हो, जिससे I'll attract more attention. ऐसा कुछ नहीं चाहिए. So there are a few options like Yoshimura slip-on exhaust or the Akrapovic. So I'm leaning towards Yoshimura more because it looks nice and it suits the bike also, because the default muffler or default exhaust in this bike, it weighs just the muffler, it weighs around 6 kilograms, which is too much. And if I replace that with any Yoshimura or Akrapovic, it should weight around 1.5 kilograms or 1.9 actually. So that's significant, weight savings there, which will help in our performance also for the bike. So let's see how it goes, which one I managed to get. Let's see about that. So yeah, for today this is it. Let's see when I'll be able to record the next vlog, and when I'll be able to upload. Yeah, so until then, ride safe.